George, welcome to Hong Kong.
Thank you very much.
First of all, congratulations on your new role as the CEO of House of Brands. So now not looking at just Breitling, but also three brands with Breitling, UG, Universal Genève, and Gallet. I have a quick question for you.
Go ahead.
The three brands, how do they occupy clienteles? Like, do they overlap or do they have their own space?
In terms of price points, Gallet will be between 2.5 and let's say $5,000. Breitling is 5,000 to 30,000 depending on complications. I'm talking about the main business.
Right.
And then Universal is starting at roughly 15,000, basically endless to the top. So you have, you're right, three price segments, even though Gallet is definitely positioned as a sister brand of Breitling. We will present all the new products during the Geneva Watch Days on 3rd of September.
Right.
It's very much also an outdoor brand, but it's not a copy of Breitling. Gallet has its own history,
Right.
Its own, I would say, iconic products like the Copilot, for instance. It was a brand which was quite famous in the US in particular. Right. Actually, in the secondary market, it's more expensive than Universal Genève, which is quite unbelievable. But as we, with Breitling, became 100% in-house movement manufacturer, we cannot, because of production costs, offer the same price points as we did in the past. So here with Gallet, we will use Celita movements.
Right.
But the product is totally endorsed by Breitling. It's written on the product, by the way.
Right.
Manufactured by Breitling.
Okay.
And it will be distributed also through our boutiques and through our network. So clearly, it's a sister brand, whilst Universal will be managed totally independently.
Okay. In the past 2 years, I think the market has shifted a lot. I wonder what your perspective is in terms of the most underestimated opportunities for the past 2 years.
Well, you're right. I don't think we've ever been in such a situation, or I haven't been, and I'm in this industry since 30 years.
Yeah.
So not only you have an economic cool down after COVID, you had the revenge buying, and then you had the increase in interest rates, and the whole industry went down. You had the beginning of the Ukraine war, then you had all the problems with the tariffs, then you have all the economic problems of big countries like Germany, also because of Russian war. Now we have the Iran conflict, plus. So the environment is very complicated. Still, there are incredible opportunities. Breitling, over the last 10 years, we have a compound growth, I think, of 7 to 8%. So we're very happy. With Gallet, again, we're entering now a new price segment. With Universal, we are entering a segment which is probably the most resilient in the market. Plus, and you have seen the brand yesterday.
Yeah.
With products which are totally different, and a brand which really adds value to this super high-end segment. So I'm very confident that with this house of brand or plane with 5 engines, we will, even if one engine falls apart, you always have 4 engines. You always have to balance your regions, your products, your price points, in order not to be dependent on one or another country or segment or product. So I feel today much better than a year ago, because the order taking for both Universal and Gallet is incredible.
Right.
Obviously, we have small quantities. This year we start with 2,200 pieces of Universal Genève. But even without having physical distribution, we basically sold everything through our road shows. In particular, these what we call haute couture, this super high-end segment, because I think these clients have it. They have all the other brands.
Sure.
So they're looking for something new, and they're incredibly impressed when they see it.
Yeah.
The aesthetics. I mean, you have seen it. You can talk about it. And yeah, we're very happy about that.
Okay, we see a lot of discussion about sustainability in the watchmaking world for the past 5-10 years. How do you feel about the term sustainability, and how is the House of Brand or Breitling or UG implementing these into their product?
Listen, I think we are, and even myself, I've always believed that we should do the maximum we can in our sphere of influence. Okay, so we, for instance, at Breitling, we work a lot to reduce the use of plastic in manufacturing. We have, I think, reduced by 70% the use of plastic, and we work with our surfers, with our squads, to fight plastic in the ocean. So we have our, strategy and vision. Indeed, we also work with lab-grown diamonds on our watches. It has been extremely successful, especially on watches. Anyway, lab-grown diamonds have the same quality, or have even a better quality than natural diamonds.
True.
And the consumer on a watch is fine with that. So we do what we have to do, but we are not an activist brand. We, at the end of the day, we want to sell watches.
Right.
But as I said, we have a role to play in the society, and I think we're doing that. But we cannot save the world on our own. And at the end of the day, you need to build a brand which is appealing, which is beautiful, which people want to buy, with a great lifestyle. And this is, I think, what we're doing.
Big news last week coming out with the Watches and Wonders that House of Brands will be joining next year. Tell me the process. What's the decision factor behind this?
Well, the process was certainly Universal and Gallet. We presented the brand at Watches and Wonders last year at an event, but not being part of Watches and Wonders. And I had a couple of discussions with Jean-Frédéric Dufour, who is heading the Watches and Wonders Foundation, and for him, and he's right, Watches and Wonders is also a statement for the industry, right? It's a cultural event. We see many collectors, because at the end of the day, for Breitling, it doesn't really make sense, because we don't need Watches and Wonders to sell our watches.
Right.
I think it will be a great platform to introduce Gallet and Universal Genève. But as a house of brand, small group, then we decided to go with the three brands, which I think, as I said, makes sense in that context of supporting the industry, of being at one place once a year for the world and talk about watchmaking. So it's fine, and we have a great position. We have the Breitling. Basically, we're just in front of Audemars Piguet.
Yep.
After the entrance, on the left-hand side with Breitling and Gallet, and on the right-hand side with Universal.
House of Brands are now three brands. Are we looking into building the family, expanding into the fourth, and filling in a little bit more segment here and there?
Yeah, I think there's a potential. We have ideas. Then it's a question of opportunities if this can work out. But yes, I don't think that the House of Brands will remain with three members only. We have many more rooms in the house. We'll see. I cannot talk too much about it, but now we're launching at the Geneva Watch Days, Gallet on the 3rd of September, and we are doing all our roadshows with Universal. And this is a lot of work already.
I very much look forward to seeing the Gallet production, the product line. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.